Not everything you see is what you get, and most of you know that. A person is like a stage, and that person is the director itself. You don't get to see what goes on backstage. You don't get to see what goes on behind the curtain. Some people, like me for example, have chosen to find an executive producer, maybe a few actors here and there, to help the producer get along. A lot of people, like myself, as I just said, decide to do that. I have taken the decision for myself to save myself, to help myself. It was a tough decision to make, but I wanted answers. And here are some answers for you guys. I know that most of my friends, new and old, are watching my channel. They're going to be watching this video at some point. God knows when. And they don't know the full story. No one really does. I am a big fat liar. I lie to make myself seem more interesting than I actually am. Just today, actually, I've just gotten home. I went home early. I couldn't handle it anymore. But just today, I lied to one of my friends during a break, and he was like, "Yeah, bro? Yeah. Have you ever been in a fight?" And I was like, "I've been in one? Yeah. Never been in a fight. Never in my life have I struck another person if they have struck me first. Never been in a fight. I self-harm. Just on my arms today, I have 4 scars total. I have 1 on my wrist right there, and then I have 3 right here. Made those today. And I'm doing this not because I want attention, but because I want people to know. I want people to know that I am suffering. And sure, of course, I'm happy for the privileges that I have a roof over my head, I have clothes on my body, I have a bed I can sleep in at night. Very comfortable one at that. I have food in my ungrateful stomach. I have an education. I have a future plan. Also, like, for fuck's sake, I have an apartment waiting for me in less than 3 years. And yet, I'm still suffering. I don't even know if I have anxiety, but I lied so much to myself that I started believing it, and now the thought won't leave my head. Every day in my head, it's like, you have anxiety, this trips you out, or you can't handle this right now, or something. I have dark thoughts. Every single day, thoughts go through my head. It's like, what would happen if I jumped in front of the bus while waiting for it? Like, what would happen? Sure, I would probably get hit and I would probably get hurt very badly. I wouldn't die, most likely, but I would get hurt. I would probably break a few bones, get a concussion, so on and so forth. Or say sometimes when I go down to the south of Denmark to visit my friends, we drive over a bridge, most likely with a train or a bus or some sort. Drive over a bridge, and I was like, if I got out of the bus and then jumped off the bridge, what would happen? If I were to grab the giant knife out in the kitchen and slit my own throat, what would happen? This is just stuff that goes through my head every single day. I have these weird, dark, mental thoughts, and I don't know what to do with myself anymore. So what I did was I found help. And the help that I found is I contacted my doctor, and I have an appointment the 17th of March. I have an appointment. I'm going to go and I'm going to talk to her about all of this that I'm going to talk about with you today, or tonight as you're watching this. That I want to get my mental health checked out. And maybe I'll even get a psychologist or a therapist, even though I hate them. I still do. And also another thing, I don't have a speech impediment. I don't lisp at all. Sometimes I stumble over words, but I've never in my entire life have I actually properly lisped. I can say it fine right now, there's no problem, and I'm sorry. Where did I come from? Also, I know this is normal for many people like me, but sometimes I question being transgender to the point where I'm like, Am I just doing this for attention again? Am I just doing this to make myself seem more interesting? To the point where it's gotten to, should I just stop this and go back to being my normal self with my birth name and everything, and just dress like I still do, but have people call me by my actual name I was given at birth? I don't know. I simply don't know. But back to the therapist there, that she has diagnosed me as a schizophrenic. And I may even have told people that she had prescribed me some meds. Never gotten that either. See, I'm a big fat liar to the point where I started believing it myself. And this is a hard video for me to make because I don't know. And all of this, the schizophrenia, the speech impediment thing, all of this that I've just mentioned and much more, my list is not even finished yet. But it all goes back to me not catching myself in the lie that I'm telling before it's too late. And I can't go back and say, hey, you know what? This wasn't actually the truth I was telling you. I've never had fat dogs. Told some people that as well. I've only had 3. I had Buster, the Labrador, Ida, the Golden Retriever, and now I have Vicky, which is a mixed breed. I only had those 3. Never had others. The list goes on. Just, small white lies here and there. And then just loops back around to me telling a white lie and then carrying it further to being this humongous, just like demon, like sitting behind me, just like, keep on going, tell more, keep the story going. They believe you. Because they don't know me. No matter who I'm telling it to. I have lied to my own parents. My own parents who watch my videos. My mom is subscribed to my channel. She watches my videos daily. And I know that. And I'm sorry for lying. But I can't stop myself. Not before it's too late anyway. To another topic that I am suicidal. As I was talking about earlier with my dark thoughts. I am suicidal. And I think I've been so for a while. I don't know, actually. But it started going downhill when I got myself kicked out of the only school I ever loved. The only institution, the only educational institution that I've been to. Out of the 5 or 6 schools that I've been to, this is the only one that I ever actually loved and that I want to stay on for 2 more years. And I couldn't. Because I got myself kicked out. The night I got caught with my friends, or my friend, the other ones went up early. One of them still goes to school. He doesn't deserve it. He's been kissing ass ever since. And he's still a student at the school. He's done so much more shit than any other of us. And yet he still goes to the school. He's a 2nd year student now. And he still goes there. But then I got caught with my friend. There was another one sitting just doing nothing. She was just chilling. She was literally just chilling, sitting down there, getting some fresh air, getting away from people. And, she found it cool that we were there. She didn't mind it at all. We were just the 3 of us chilling there, laying. And then a teacher came around the corner, pulled us up to the teacher's lounge, put us all 3 in the sofa, even though it was only 2 of us that had done stuff wrong. And she called our parents, she called my dad, and I was crying and sobbing into my friend's knee. And he knows this, and I bet he hasn't forgotten at all. He's still a student as well, and he hasn't really done anything wrong other than that. Not that much, at least. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna mention any more of him. He's a good friend. I think, at least. There's a lot of people who don't, but I think he's a good friend. But I still beat myself up for it. Ever since I got kicked out. It's been 80 days since I got kicked out. That's almost 3 months. And I still beat myself up about it every single day. I don't show it as much as I act it out. I oversleep, I self-harm, I beat my head into the wall. I either overeat or don't eat at all. I don't participate in school activities, even though I show up. I may be physically there, but mentally my mind is elsewhere. And I can't sit here and talk all day. Maybe there will be a part 2. I don't know. But I can't really sit here and talk for 10 minutes just to satisfy YouTube's algorithm. So, stay metal.